guys, today I'm going to be talking about some problems with Fortnite and some things that Epic can add to fix the game. So, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that Season 11 is coming out very soon, or that's what we think. So first of all, I'm gonna go over some things that killed the game, and some problems with the game at the moment, and some things that Epic can add to make the game not so much popular, but more like the community, the current community, both the newbies and the newcomers, and also the pro players and everyone in between. Make them happy and make them want to play the game again. So the first thing that I think really killed the game was when they first added Siphon in. That is when everybody loved the game. There was not really any problem wrong with the game. Siphon and mats per kill and all that was probably the best addition, in my opinion, to the game. And Epic should have kept it. My favorite meta was when Deagle could one-shot walls, and they had Siphon mat per kill. That was just incredible. It was fun, and it was pretty much balanced, and everyone that I knew that played the game at that time loved it. They had no problems with it. But then Epic decided to remove the mats per kill and Siphon, and that basically you couldn't see, from my perspective, there was not a single person that was happy with this change. And in my opinion, after this is when Fortnite started going completely downhill. With the addition of the next few seasons, they just kept adding stupid things. I can list a few. You got the airstrike, you have the junk rift, the mechs, the ballers, which in my opinion, ballers are fine. Planes were also a thing, but in my opinion, planes were pretty balanced. If you all you have to do is just ask your squad to be, oh, shoot down the plane, it's northwest, and then it'd be gone in 5 seconds. But it was just after the nerf the plane where it couldn't break structures, I think the plane was balanced and should have been kept in the should have been kept in the game. But I'd personally like it added back. You probably don't agree with me. I like it added back, maybe low health, just as a form of mobility, because at the moment there's no mobility in the game. I'll get into that later. So they added ballers, and at the beginning they weren't balanced. They had a lot of health and they could go really fast, and if I remember correctly, oh no, that's basically it. But anyway, they weren't really balanced. But near the end of the lifespan of the baller, in my opinion, it was completely balanced, and it was a fun way to get around the map. In my opinion, it was the best way of getting around, besides maybe quad crashers or riftigos. So after, I believe, Season 8, everyone just started to quit because there was no mats per kill, and then all the solo squad players, or all the people that went for high kill games, basically stopped, unless they were still were really popular. They stopped playing the game, and then they started adding really stupid items they removed stretch resolution, which was the worst change they could have possibly made, because everyone and their mother was using it, and it's not, I will admit it was an unfair advantage, but maybe they could have made it, I don't know. But what they could definitely do is add an FOV slider, and I'll put a picture up on screen if I find it, but there's proof that it's possible to have an FOV slider in Fortnite due to the engine that they're using. The game engine that they use to run Fortnite is completely capable, and I believe it comes with a built-in FOV slider. So honestly, it's just like once this was discovered, people were absolutely just like furious at Epic because it's built in and it's just Epic's it's just the developers just disregard for what the community want. And I understand from a business perspective that most of your players are casuals, and they don't stream and they don't try and make money off the game, and they just buy V-Bucks, play the game, blah 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 blah. So they're trying to please the lesser skilled players like that. So they are able to get kills on better players and eventually get their first solo win, which, in my opinion, there's many different ways to do this. And what Epic are currently doing, or what they did with Season 9 and 10 and previous seasons, it's not a very good it's not a very good technique, you could say. So here's a few things that I think Epic should be adding to their game in order to hopefully revive it. So the first thing, as I mentioned before, is an FOV slider. And basically an FOV slider would just make, I'll put an example up on screen. It would just make the game much easier. I don't know if these tweets are true, but there was a couple of tweets that I saw surfacing after the removing of stretch resolutions, and that they said they were getting nauseous from playing the game and watching the game because of how zoomed in it was, and some people were legitimately getting sick because of this change. I don't think Epic really looked at these at all, but I don't know if any of those are true, but it's definitely a possibility. So the addition of an FOV slider would just make it easier for people to see, and unlike stretch resolution, it would be available for all platforms, including PC, console, and PS4 and Xbox, mobile, Switch. That's basically it. All those platforms. And we'll go on to the next thing. The next thing that they could add is, well, this is more of a thing that they could fix, is to stop adding stupid things that no one wants. Epic should listen to the community more. I don't know exactly. There's obviously millions of players, and it's hard to listen to everybody. But they could hold more straw polls. They could hold more AMAs, and they could just ask the community in general what they want. And if the majority of the response is no, they don't add it because it's just ridiculous. And I understand with the mechs, they added them, and no one liked them. But there was a post on Reddit, I believed. I don't totally agree with this, but it said something about the challenges being mech based or brute based, and so when they added them, they didn't have a chance to take them out because they were already challenges. And so that makes complete sense. I agree with that. Next thing that they could add is, to go along with it, is to disable pre-editing. This is a slight change that only I would really like, and that is simply because this isn't killing the game, but I just like this change. When you're editing and then you accidentally pre-edit a wall, for example, then you try to do your 90s and you fall through your builds and you die to fall damage or something stupid like that. So I'd like that disabled. Another thing that I'd like is mobile graphics. So if you've ever seen any mobile gameplay, you'll notice that the graphics are simply more chunky and way more easy to run, and that's simply so that the device can reach the frame rate limit in general. And they should be adding this to console, PC, because if you've ever watched any of my videos, you'll know that I run on 60 or 30 FPS capped. That's because my computer is not able to get any higher frames without insane amounts of lag. So, and I have a 144 Hz monitor, but it's basically gone to waste. So with this change, it'll just be amazing. And either way, if you have like a beast PC and you just want to get like 1000 FPS, you can do that now. Or maybe not 1000, but higher, much higher. One more thing that I would like added. One more thing that I'd like added is servers, more servers, and that's because if you don't know, if you watch my videos, I play on 100 ping, on like 80 to 120 ping, and that's when nobody's on the Wi-Fi. So, and previously, I don't think. Well, I'll have some clips of me playing on 30 ping, which I used to play on, and the reason that Epic has stated, I've emailed this and I've read their blogs, it's because they added the Middle East servers, and in order to add the Middle East servers, they have to remove Singapore servers, which to me makes absolutely no sense. But apparently it's correlated, and I emailed them and they said they're working on it, but I really doubt that. It's not enough people asking for it, but that's something that I would love. And I know there's a lot of people that have the same problem, and I completely understand Epic's like point of view, but even just a more in-depth explanation to why they would remove Singapore servers in order to add Middle East servers, or just adding more servers in general, that would be an amazing fix for me and all my friends that play in where I live. One more thing that I'd like to see added to the game would be a custom crosshair like setting. So this is something that a lot of games have, like Counter-Strike, and I'd like it. I don't need it because the crosshairs in the game are pretty much fine, but just any way to customize it, even just color. Like, I'd like a green crosshair. It's what I personally use in Counter-Strike, along with a lot of people use that, so that's another thing I'd like added. Now, the final thing that I'd like added is, I don't really need this, personally, because I like to aim on high sensitivity, and I play on a relatively high sensitivity, but for console, I'd like a building and editing, like, separate sensitivities. Because when I edit or build, I'd like to have it on a higher sensitivity compared to what I aim on. Along with a lot of people would like that, because I think that makes a lot more sense. So yeah, that's basically what I'd like to add in season 11. Hopefully by the time this is uploaded, it's not out yet. But thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Share this if you want, and peace.